Good? You look nice.
I think so. We gave him my green jacket to wear and he forgot it in the car.
Where's the car?
His car, I don't know where it is. I didn't think he wanted to wear it this way.
No, we'll be providing beer, wine, pretzels. It's like a There'll be live music. William?
How are you?
And I have a friend visiting. Comic books. Do I watch Rocky Horror? We're going to see it.
Huh? Yeah? No,
As she shakes her head. You've forgotten what? You've forgotten everything that had happened up until this point?
It's not like I can say, actually.
You can. You could definitely say that. No, I feel like it's their fault. They should have confirmed that the day before the days before.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You drag yourself there.
And how is it?
Yeah. Same.
Now there's like two sections. There's the turning
Is
and
he?
like they do some fun stuff.
Where is he? Is he? Okay, so you
You're
have some.
separated.
Hello, check. Check one. 1, 2, 3. Check. Check 1, 2, 3. Hello, yeah. Let's check with this.
I took her back. I'm a little sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
I loved your card. We lost so much.
Yeah,
And then we make sashimi. And then it could be the green soup, it could be the sushi. And then it's sushi. And then it's even another fish. You can stand next to each other. Or the mayonnaise
कल्पतरो धनिश्च कृपा सिंधोभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। हरिनाम हरिनाम हरिनामय केवलम् कला नास्त्यैव 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 गतिरन्यथा। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल प्राणनाथ अनाथ सखे प्राणनाथ अनाथ सखे दीन दर्द निवार हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल।
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anisha, and all of you for making this happen for us. This is a space that I've been looking at from 2015 and trying to perform on this stage, and all of us friends have been trying to do this. So thank you for making this happen. All of
Thank you all.
Thank you all for coming. Very quickly, thank you. Can we quickly introduce ourselves? This is Manoj Mohta. He's a psychiatrist by training. So we'll talk about that later. As Vipul Gupta, he's Professor Vipul Gupta. He teaches in the management school in St. Joseph's University. And Siddharth Mohan, he's a youngest of the crowd, but very important. He's been playing the drums since he says he remembers. More than breathing, he told me, he has played the drums the most. After breathing, drums the most, right? But Siddharth works for Johnson & Johnson. And so my name is Naren Chirmale. I come to this yoga studio quite often and I enjoy this space. This has a lot of energy and all of you who come here frequently know that. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a little bit about music of India and specifically music of North India. And we're going to talk about 4 topics. There are hundreds of things we could talk about, but we're going to talk about 4 things that hopefully you can take away and maybe get interested in the field of this music later on. First thing we're going to talk about a concept called melody, which is rag, R-A-G. We'll talk a little bit about that. The second thing we're going to talk about is folk music. The third is Western influences of music on Indian music. And we can also later on talk about vice versa. And finally, we'll end with different genres of music which we'll talk a little bit more about. Which are things called Gazal and bhajan, which Manoj is going to sing a lot of pieces for us. So let's start with talking a little bit about raga. I'm not going to talk a lot. We can later on in the discussion talk a lot about it. So I'll ask ChatGPT to just tell us how to define a rag. So this is what ChatGPT said. It's fairly good. It's a melodic framework associated with emotions, seasons, and time of day. And I'll not elaborate on that. I'd rather you listen to the music and then we'll explain that a little bit. So first what we're going to do is we are going to sing 3 pieces. One is going to be the emotion of early morning, early sunrise. Then Manoj is going to sing a piece which is late night. And then the third piece we're going to do is of monsoon. Okay? I won't say much. Let's see if the music brings that out. Okay, so this is called Rag Lalit.
Yeah, we'll just do like small pieces because like the rags, like when the classical vocalist and like instrumentalist, when they do the ragas, they can play a raga for 1 hour. So that's a very elaborated description to get really into mood. And the ones who are very they want to be entrenched in the mood, and they will only sing the morning raga in the morning time. Yeah. But like we'll just give you small maybe samples. एक शहंशाह ने बनवा के हसी ताजमहल, एक शहंशाह ने बनवा के हसी ताजमहल, सारी दुनिया को मोहब्बत की निशानी दी है, एक शहंशाह बनवा के हसी ताजमहल. So this this is a little bit about the scale of Rag Lalit. It's a morning raga. And now I contrast it with the evening raga. And the scale is a little bit different. And the evening raga we are just going to sing a little bit is called Rag Puriya Dhanashvi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. We'd like to ask you at this point, do you feel a little bit difference in the morning and the evening?
Did you get that little bit of sense we tried
A
to?
little bit, I mean,
Yeah. So one big difference in many of you may have been to Western classical music concerts, and at least from my perspective, looking at Western classical, when I've gone to the Kimmel Center and seen Western classical music, there's an orchestra performing, and there's pin drop silence. And when the concert is going on, nobody talks a single piece of word. If your neighbor is whispering, then you're like, why are you whispering? You get all that impression here. In Indian classical music, the more expression you say, and if you say, oh wow, and this is fantastic, and you like this piece right in the middle of when we are playing, that is actually appreciated by the concert. The more feedback you give to us, the more we will give back to you. That's how the music works. It's more like jazz. It's more like jazz. So you don't have to walk, even though we are creating this serene atmosphere, it's not like that. It's just relax, just feel the music and express the way you feel. If you like it, screech.
so like my feel on the evening, for example, these notes that I was singing. So it's like evening, you're coming back, you're from your day's work, you're a little bit tired, and is that feel of that tiredness? It's like you're now from tiredness, you're going to relax, okay? And sunset is there. And that can be very relaxing. And so the notes, they actually, if you visualize, you may be able to we were trying to do some slides, but we couldn't.
But let's do Mala.
Yeah.
Let's do Mala. So now we're going to change. So there are lots of rags in different times of days. We just did morning, evening, and there's actually time for every time of the day. But we're just giving you a flavor. Now we're going to do something called monsoon rags. This is Malhar. And let's see if you feel like it's raining.
बोल रे पपी हरा बोल रे पपी हरा कित मन प्यासा कित मन हर से कित मन प्यासा कित मन हर से बोल रे पपी बोल रे पपी बोल रे पपी So, especially like if you're in India, after all that heat and tropical season, when the rain is coming, there is certain excitement about it. So, like the bird starts like singing. So, papira is a bird, and so the birds are like when the monsoon is falling, the birds start singing.
Yeah. So this was a very short thing about monsoon, but there's music of all kinds of seasons, and the mood creates a season and all that.
So the main take home things for you guys is that the ragas like they have like the mood like for a season, for the time of the day, so that it's like raga basically means emotion and color.
Yeah. So that's what the rag concept is. Now we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk about rhythm. Rhythm in the Hindi music is called Taal. Taal literally is a word for rhythm. That's the Hindi word for rhythm. And Vipul, Siddharth and I are going to explore rhythm a little bit. And there are many kinds of rhythms. You all are aware of rhythms, so I don't need to explain what rhythm is. But ChatGPT says a rhythmic cycle which is the backbone of musical compositions. That's what ChatGPT defines rhythm as. So we're going to do a 4-beat rhythm cycle and let's see what it looks like. Okay? And you guys can clap along if you feel like. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just short of that. So with that, some exposure to Taal. We're going to move to, that's the second topic. One, we talked about rag. Second, we talked about Taal, which is the rhythm. We're going to talk about folk, and I'm going to let Manoj talk a little bit to us about folk music and what it means. If you want to read what ChatGPT says, it's actually really good. It represents the cultural diversity and expression of local traditions and folklore.
And we have, from India, there's a lot of folk music because like we have 26 states, like there are different languages, and like for thousands of years there have been different traditions of dance, music, all kinds of different things that have been incorporated over time. But folk is like, I think the feel of folk goes with dance, right?
Yeah.
There has to be that movement, like,
Right.
So it has to be very earthy. we're going to just play a little bit of folk from 2-3 genres. And my homeland, like my home state from where my ancestors came, is a northwestern state in India called Rajasthan. It's like the desert state. And a lot of folk music, we believe like there was quite a lot of exchange with gypsies in Rajasthan. So we are going to sing some. I'll be singing in the local dialect there. There are a lot of different sub-dialects, but I just going to sing a little bit something popular. It basically describes the land. The words are like dharti dhorani. Dhora means like the sand dunes, So the dhora is the word used for that. And they find a lot of beauty in that. That's the description of song. The desert can be very beautiful. धरती धोरारी अधरती धोरारी अधरती धोरारी धोरारी धरती धोरारी धरती धोरारी अधरती धोरारी धोरारी धरती धोरारी धरती धोरारी अधरती सुरताने सरमावे ऐसे देव मन में आवे ऐ राजस लरनारी गावे धरती धोरारी अधरती धोरारी अधरती धोरारी कोयल कड़कन में चुमकावे सूरज कड़कन में चमकावे चंदा अमृत रस बरसावे तारा नीचावर कर जावे time will just give you a little bit of.
Anisha, we want to put you on the spot.
No. No.
Yes.
What?
Minor. Very little. You're going to do garba with 2 minutes.
Okay, fine.
You have the sticks.
You don't have them.
He has the sticks.
Oh.
Okay, just dance with him a little bit. And if anybody else wants to dance, they can dance. The next piece we will do. This is called garba. For those of you who attend Anisha's youth class or yoga class, she talks about this festival of Navratri, which is the 9 days of celebration.
How many did you bring?
And every day, the whole community comes and dances together. Imagine all of West Philly comes to Clark Park and dances in one big dance group. Right? Imagine doing that. That's what happens in all villages around at this time. And this dance is called Garba. And the Garba,
when I do this dancing, you can do the game, or you can join in dancing.
the speciality of this Garba is that it has a specific rhythm. And the rhythm is like this.
there could be thousands of people doing Garba together. So it's a big folk
Big circle.
group, yeah.
What's the difference between Garba and Dandiya?
This is actually the word. Garba is actually.
But you got the sticks.
The stick is called Dandiya, and so
Dandiya is
is
stick.
another name for Garba.
And then you do the same dance without the stick.
Yeah. So without the stick, you just.
And now we're going. Yeah.
So the movement
And we go directly on YouTube like this. Actually, live on Alright, so the next song we're going to do is from a different state in India called Bengal. It's West Bengal. And anyway, how can I tell you so much about West Bengal? We're going to sing a song from that state. And it sounds like this.
Yeah, we just sing two lines. I don't know Bengali that well. You just sing it.
But we can all sing. Whoever, I'll sing with you. Whoever knows.
It's a famous song. It's written by Rabindranath Tagore. Some of you may have heard about Tagore. He was a very famous Nobel laureate poet. His poetry and his artwork was very famous. He had a particular musical style, and it's a lot in the Bengali music.
The drum is called khol, and it literally sounds like I played it. It's got this very small head on the other side, and if you Google khol, Khol, you'll see the sound, and this is sort of what the sound sounds like. If you
It's
go
a
to
high-pitched sound.
If you go to Hare Krishna temple, some of you may have been there, and you see all those people singing with the drum. They play the khol in the Hare Krishna temple, and that's this sound. If that was folk music. I remind you of what you have learned so far. Professor doesn't get away. We are on stage. We must teach. So you learned a little bit about what rag is. There'll be a question at the end, and then we showed you a little bit about taal, and then we talked to you about folk. Now we're going to do something which now might sound familiar. Okay, which is, let me play a tune, and I don't know if you'll recognize it. Let's see. What's up, 40th Symphony?
इतना न मुझसे तू प्यार बढ़ा कि मैं एक पागल आवारा कैसे किसी का सहारा बना कि मैं तुझे कर दे जाना इतना न मुझसे तू प्यार बढ़ा कि मैं एक पागल आवारा कैसे किसी का सहारा बना कि मैं कहाँ तक दोगी तुम, मैं देश विदेश का बन जाऊं। नन मुझसे तू प्यार जता, मैं एक बार दूंगा।
Third, fourth, fifth, whatever the theme that we're talking about is the Western influences on Indian music that we've had, right? So this is a song that we sang from a movie, because I don't remember the name of the movie, but this was probably in 1940s or 50s. It's a very old song from Indian movies. And this was based, the composer based it on Mozart's 40th Symphony. This song was very popular in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, right? And that time there was no internet, so nobody in India had heard of the 40th Symphony. Right? So everybody thought, oh, what fantastic composition. Till later on, oh, this sounds like 40th Symphony. But it is an adaptation. Hopefully you got the 40th Symphony has its own feel, but the Hindi adaptation of that has an Indian feel to it. That's why there's tabla and all that. You get that feel. So let's try another English song, which one are we doing? My cheat sheet. Oh, I have to sing. Ready? One, two, chin cha cha, chin cha cha, chin cha. Who makes my heart beat like thunder? Woo! Who makes my temperature rise?
Yeah.
Who makes me tremble like wonder with one very her eyes? Margarita. जो सपनों में आया, कौन है जो दिल में समाया, लो झुक गया आसमां भी, इश्क मेरा रंग लाया। कौन है जो सपनों में आया, कौन है जो दिल में समाया, लो झुक गया आसमां भी, मेरा रंग लाया। ओ पिया, ओ पिया, जिंदगी के हर एक मोड़ पे मैं गीत गाता चला जा रहा हूँ। जिंदगी के हर एक मोड़ पे मैं गीत गाता चला जा रहा हूँ। बेखुदी का ये आलम न पूछो, मंजिलों पे चला जा रहा हूँ, मंजिलों पे चला जा रहा हूँ। कौन है जो सपनों में आया, कौन है जो दिल में समाया, लुट गया आसमां भी, इश्क मेरा रंग लाया। Song, but that was like 100 years ago. Anyway, so that's the final genre that we're going to come to is no genre. There's so much that we wanted to present today to you. We could do this on all kinds of different levels. But we thought we'd just finish off a few things which Manoj is very good at. And Manoj and I have been playing together for a long time, maybe 15 years at least, or 20 years at least, on all different kinds of levels. And Vipul and I have been friends for 35 years and all that kind of stuff. And we just know you were born yesterday. No, he's a great guy. He's a great drummer. So there's a genre of music that is called the Gazal, and maybe you can explain a little bit of what Gazal stands for.
Yeah, my voice is, as you can hear today, it's not working well when I'm trying. So the Ghazal is, it's sort of like, you know about Persian music, right? And so the Persian language and Hindi, which was sort of a language came from Sanskrit language, the two of them, there were some great poets like 200, 300, 400 years ago, and there was a blend of this language. The two languages, like, they almost just combined. It became like a hybrid language called Urdu. And there was a lot of beautiful, beautiful poetry written. And one form of the poetry goes in forms of like couplet. And like if I recite, you may be able to see the phonemes in that and like, how that couplet. But there's very, very good, very deep meaning. There's very beautiful poetry. So we thought we'll give you a little bit of that. There are so many. It's that form of is called ghazals. It's been popular in the last couple of 100 years, especially.
And we decided to do Chupke Chupke. So we're still deciding which song to sing, but we've decided to do this specific one. It's called Chupke Chupke rather than it doesn't matter to you what the words were. But the reason we chose it is because it has got an unusual rhythm cycle. It has got 3-4 rhythm cycles. 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. That is the rhythm cycle. Okay? So we 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. So it goes titina tina tina titina tina tina. That's the rhythm cycle. This is not your typical 4 or 3. So because of yeah.
मैं तेरी मस्त निगाही का भरम रख लूंगा, मैं तेरी मस्त निगाही का भरम रख लूंगा, होश आया भी तो कह दूंगा मुझे होश नहीं। चुपके चुपके रात दिन आंसू बहाना याद है, चुपके चुपके रात दिन आंसू बहाना याद है, हमको अब तक आशिकी का वो ज़माना याद है, चुपके चुपके रात दिन आंसू बहाना याद है। खींच लेना वो मेरा पर्दे का कोना दफन, खींच लेना वो मेरा पर्दे का कोना दफन, और दुपट्टे से तेरा वो छुपाना याद है, हमको अब तक आशिकी का वो ज़माना याद है, चुपके चुपके रात दिन आंसू बहाना याद है।
teach you how to say bravo for this kind of music.
Yes.
So we say, Kya baat hai?
Say,
क्या बात है
क्या बात है
You're the best. Thanks for that.
क्या बात
क्या बात है
क्या बात है?
Kya baat?
क्या बात है
क्या बात है? Yeah. So,
What's Philly's favorite brand? Wawa.
okay. So we'll do one final piece. This is our final piece that we'll play, and I'll tell you a little, and we'll tell you a little bit about why we played this particular piece in this rag in the final piece, and then we'll close the show, formal show, and then we can open it for discussion, and we can do extempore stuff later on based on the questions that you have. Okay. So let's do this final piece. It's called Bhargavi, and maybe you can explain why we do Bhargavi at the end.
So the rag Bhargavi has a certain mood. I don't know exactly, but in many classical musicians' opinion, it's like the culmination of all kinds of different emotions, and they just choose to sing Bhargavi at the end of a concert a lot of times.
So one of the characteristic features, sorry to interrupt, one of the characteristic features of this rag, it has all minor notes. It has no major note. So that creates an emotion of, I don't know, for us at least, it creates an emotion of longing.
So I'll do a little bit of singing with the scale, so you'll get a familiarization with the scale, and then I'll sing a few words with the Bhargavi. अंगना तो पर्वत भयो और जोड़ी भई विदेश अंगना तो पर्वत भयो और जोड़ी भई विदेश ले बाबुल घर अपना ले बाबुल घर अपना मैं चली पिया के देश मैं चली पिया के देश बाबुल नहीं हरे छूटो
Thank you, everyone. open it up for questions, or we can have samosas and chai. Please donate to the cause for the. Thank you, Morgan, again for this beautiful space that you provided us. We'll come back with more, and you told us you could. Yeah. No, we have. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming in. Yeah, please.
Can you tell us the names of the instruments?
Yes. Oh, we didn't talk about it. Why don't you tell Harmony?
So this is a reed instrument. It's kind of a flat accordion, but it doesn't play the chords like that. It's just melodic, but it is a wind instrument. It has the reeds like the accordion. So this is called harmonium. Popular with vocals.
Yeah. And this is a tabla. This is a ancient instrument. It evolved from a even more ancient instrument called the pakhwaj, which was probably 2,000 years old. But this evolved maybe in the 1200s or so, 1200 AD. That's when this tabla evolved. And there's a very special sound that this tabla has, and that is because of this, what is called a loaded head. This is one of the only drums in the world that has got what is called a loaded head. And what this loaded black thing is, it is actually a paste of flour, wheat flour, and you make like a dough, like your pizza dough. You make a pizza dough, but in the pizza dough there's iron dust and iron filings, and so and there's glue and all that. And if you come closer, you can see it later on. There are 14 layers of this glued onto the top of the skin, of the goat skin, right? Which gives it's almost like a stringed instrument. This is tuned to D. And so I can have this tabla because he's singing in D. So it's not perfectly tuned. But if I had to tune it perfectly, but if I had to tune it perfectly, so it would be like this. So that's if I have to make it to go from D to E, I'll hit it on top. If I have to make it from D to, if I hit it down, then it will go from D to C. So it's actually a stringed instrument, but it plays rhythm. So that's what the tabla is. And this is just bass. That's a tabla. And you want to talk about your drum? I think you should talk about your drum.
Sure.
Maybe you can show him everything.
Yeah, no, I mean it's visible. So this is a suitcase drum kit because the drummer's curse is chisel. It's very hard. So I miniaturized this. I bought a vintage suitcase, and everything you see here fits into it. So I really enjoy doing like busking kinds of gigs, things like this, which is very easy to set up and tear down. I have a very cute tweeter. It's almost reminiscent of Anisha's dog, Remy. It's a very soft little thing here to give you a bit of a thud. Yeah, and that's basically it.
The suitcase is the bass.
Yeah, the suitcase is the bass drum, yes. I have a little door hinge that I drilled into it so that I can attach the pedal to it. So,
He's an engineer, so
like my engineering
allow him to do whatever.
And then I think for a lot of warm sounds, I like using a bit of a sizzle on the right. So without this, it just sounds like a right cymbal. But then with this, it sizzles for a little while.
Yeah.
A little bit of warmth for that.
And you want to talk about?
Yeah, so actually two different things. This is called manjira. So this is more used for devotional songs called bhajans. It kind of you can create the sounds of the bells of a temple. So that's called manjira, pretty straightforward. This is djembe, you already know African drum. So I try to learn tabla, but that's too hard for me. So
You've got a great sense of rhythm. Look at dance. He was dancing so well.
So it has bass is stronger.
So that's what I told him. That if you can dance and you can play the rhythm, then half the battle is won. So that's the instrument. Yes.
It also seems like on the tabla there's lots of different tones that you can make on it, on the bigger one.
Yes. So the way you play this and that. So this is just by pressing and getting velocity.
Play some tones on this.
Yeah. This is.
And also when you put your hand on it to mute the thing.
Yeah. I can get
Yeah. It's great.
You can do funky stuff on this too, but
Yeah.
also can.
Yeah, my tabla teacher would not allow me to play duduk.
That's perhaps the most versatile instrument on the stage right now, actually.
Yes. Chloe.
So when I would take vocal lessons as like a young kid, I was always told to like stand straight up and tall. You know, like, so do singers typically sit on the ground while
Yes.
singing? Okay.
That's how this instrument came about, because that's a kind of traditional way of all the artists like in the past, they used to sing like this, sit down and sing. Standing and singing, it came more with like more modern music. But the classical musicians, I've always seen them performing sitting. I don't know, I mean, you guys are all like into yoga, so you see the way we sit is called Padmasana. So in the lotus posture, I don't know if it has something to do with that. And some of the sound, this is like, I play this, this is called tambura, or like, tanpura tambura. So this is basically, just tune the strings, and actually it makes a very meditative sound. You can hear it.
The mic.
So you can like do your this thing, and so
That's a drone. It's about drone music. It keeps the scale.
So if
So that
the
you
drone
know
is
very
actually,
well.
because if you listen to the drone, and you can actually, because there are two strings, you can tune them differently, and you can get a beat structure out of that, which is very resonant, very very rich sound.
Yeah. But
And
see,
actually, it is like it's Halloween season, so the drone was actually made from that what is it called?
pumpkin.
The pumpkin. The base is actually made from dried pumpkin. You hollow the pumpkin and you kind of
Yeah. So similar. It looks like a sitar. But as Chloe was asking, why do we sit on the floor? I think because traditionally people have sat on the floor. I think that's the answer. But the tabla is an instrument. This is the way we sit and play. But I'm not going to look pretty getting up. I'm going to be limping out of this position.
Anisha, if you can make me flexible enough, I can sit too. I can.
Yeah.
Do you play the kartal?
The what?
the
Kartal.
kartal.
Oh my God, that's a very difficult. That's a kartal which you play with the fingers, right? I have no dexterity for that. But you need a different skill set to play that. It's like the flamenco. What do they play in the
With the tambourine.
Yeah, what is that? What is castanet? It's like the castanets, but you play it with one
Yeah,
hand.
it's very cool.
It's very cool.
Do you know how to play that?
I had a friend in Brooklyn who also
Oh,
was
yeah.
Indian
Yeah.
and
That
played
kartal
the
is
kartal.
from the state of Rajasthan.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
comes from.
Some of the folk musicians, they are like experts in playing that.
Really?
And it's like amazing. It's like I've heard some of the folk musicians do that like stuff with the folk music.
And the people who play well just take two pieces of stone and they'll
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like magic,
Yeah, it's so cool. And also, do you have a revolution song to sing to us?
The revolution.
Yeah, a song for revolution.
Which US revolution? But revolution meaning we of national pride or something. What do you have? You have a song that you
We can sing the.
We do. We have plenty of songs. It's quite a question which one to choose from. But he has to sing.
But
so-
can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean by revolution?
I'm thinking about free Palestine. I'm thinking about free our people, liberation.
Okay, yeah,
and-
but-
Ajadi is on basically.
I don't think it's on.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of struggle, independent struggle
हम
ourselves.
चले हम चले साथी हम घर चले घर चले इधर वाला है ना घर चले हम जाने
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to sing is a song. It's a very beautiful song, but it's called "घर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों." What it means is, now these are warriors singing. The warriors on the war zone, they're singing this song. "घर चले," we are going home now. We fought the war. We're going home now. जानो तन साथियों. We're giving our lives for our nation, right? It is now your responsibility to make sure that the nation lives. We are dying on war. So ghar chale means we are dying. We are going into war, we are going to die. Right? But now that we are dying, we give you the responsibility to make sure that the nation thrives. We are dying for you. That's what this song is about. and sung by the people on the war, right, in the.
I think the revolution nowadays will be peace. Peace will be the revolution for today.
But let's sing this song.
One more contest of this. This was also sung by when Britishers used to hang people who were freedom fighters, and they have been taken to be hanged. At the time, they also sang songs. So they're about to die, 20, 30 of them. It's a group song, and they are exciting or inciting the revolution by others. And people are banging on the doors of the prison where they will be hanged.
कर चले हम फिदा जान तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जान तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। जिंदा रहने की रोज आती मगर जान देने की रोज आती नहीं। न रहे सर हमारे तो कुछ भी नहीं, सर हिमालय का हमने न झुकने दिया। ला 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 अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जान तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। Okay. Yeah, please.
Please ask questions. We love it.
Do you write music as well?
Yeah, I do some compositions. Like I can play like a bhajan.
He has a YouTube song which has 84,000 views.
I love to. I mean, I have a passion for music, so I like to like I want to do some original work too, and I put out some stuff. But I'm in the process of doing, making music, composing, and then I got into a little bit of I want to mix my songs too. So it's a lot of work, And I am a professional, so I only find this much time. I would want to do more. But I put out some songs. If you go type my name, I put out a few songs out on the YouTube. I'll be giving out more, so yeah, go ahead and check.
Okay. You want to sing one of your small pieces of yours?
Yeah, sure.
One of the, yeah.
So I'll just play a little bit of a devotional song. I haven't sung in a while, but I'll try. So the song is about goddess Radha. So in India, we have god and goddesses, and goddess worship is very, very and we just went through 9 days of special fasting period for the goddess Durga. So I'll just sing this song a little bit, a piece of that.
I had a
a question about the harmonium. That back door that you're moving, is it to keep the beat or does it
No,
affect the
it's to blow
sounds?
the air in. So it's a reed instrument, so the air gets blown in, and if you come closer, I'll show you the structure.
When we close, you can all come and see the
Yeah.
instruments close by.
So it's the same mechanism as accordion. You know much about the accordion.
Yeah.
So it's the same exact reed instrument like an accordion, just like it's laid a different way. Yeah, but you can see the sound is a little bit similar. Getting out of so probably from travel. It's a very sensitive, that's why I like the sound because it's almost like a natural, a very natural sounding instrument.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan, again.
And Morgan, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you all for being so patient. And my voice is, I don't know, yesterday I was feeling a lot better.
It was great.